obstacles.
Oh yeah.
You can put both feet down and pull even the big bike through. But yeah, it's how you attack some of those obstacles. I mean, what y'all were riding is places I've ridden on the trials bike. Some of it's a little over. Some of it I don't choose to ride on a trials bike. I will if you put tape down. I've ridden the waterfalls all over which way to Sunday with little pieces of paper saying here and here. You got to go in between.
Yeah.
But you know, and there's still places there though that I've never ridden that are harder than I can ride.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff. It seems like if it was dry, you could probably do it on a trials bike if you were good. But when it's wet and sloppy mud, I don't see how even a trials bike could get up it.
Oh, I can't.
Nevertheless, a dirt bike.
The waterfall for Jeff Aaron on a trials bike, child.
Was it mud and slop and?
Yeah, with it mud and slop.
Man.
He can throw his bike up stuff, vertical walls. I've seen him throw his bike up a vertical wall that's 7 foot tall. Vertical. And get up on top of it. Vertical slab of rock. I've seen him do a 6.5 foot thing that was like vertical, this rock that had green moss and mud hanging all over it. It was raining. This is in the Cascades of Washington, outside of Seattle. From me to Andrew, it was his run. I saw him bounce off the first time, and I saw him make it the second 2 times. No one else could make it in the U.S. Everyone else bounced off.
Bounced off, you mean fall back?
Yeah. They get up and they fall back. They get up and they can't get it high enough to get the skid plate over to pull it over. I saw Jordy Torres do it Donner once. It was a 6 foot tall wall that our national guys can do now, but this is when the world ride, and no American get up. In fact, no one except Juan Pons got up at one time, and Jordy got up 3 times, and every time he got up with 1 foot, and it was a 6 foot vertical wall, absolutely flat, absolutely vertical, and it was like it had been just milled. And this was 14 years ago, and 6 foot was big 14 years ago. The bikes have improved, the riders have improved, and he could get up, he could do the bunny hop, basically jump the whole bike up in a wheelie, rotate the wheelie so the rear tire hits this obstacle first, slam into it, the bike rotates forward now. It wasn't enough to get the skid plate over. Like everybody else, his was going to hit here, but his was just enough. And he put his right foot down at the same time. He's 6.5 feet up in the air. He puts his right foot down on top of the rock and pushes himself up like this and pulls the bike with him.
Man.
7-time world champion. But, you know, it's... So if you can, you know, I don't know how much, and I don't know how well Jeff, I think he's learning, but, you know, how to apply the trial skills to a go-fast bike. It's different.
When you watch him, like at the enduro cross, I mean, he looks like he's riding a trials bike on everything, like with the knee dip and all that stuff. He does it on everything. He has this weird riding style.
And this wide.
It works pretty well.
Wide, the barrel thing.
Yeah.
That's how David Knight rides too.
Yeah.
It's goofy looking, but man, it works.
But lets the bike turn a tighter turn.
Yeah.
It can lean further. Your body's not in the way. And the first thing to learn is you got to get your feet away from your frame.
Yeah. That's so hard.
And that's weird because, you know, like they always teach you to grab the bike with your legs.
Yeah.
You know?
But like you said, you can use it when you need it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's hard to get that mentality to think about that because, you know, my whole life growing up, I was always taught to grab down here above the foot pegs with my ankles and grip the bike with my knees. So doing this weird goofy crap.
Yeah,
What is that?
well, I got aluminum all over the inside of my boots.
When I first got this, and I started bouncing around on it, and I was trying to bounce the rear wheel around, I was trying to squeeze. I was like, maybe if I squeeze, I can pick the bike up.
See an easy way to do it? I can do it almost with nothing.
I want to
You do it the right people